Yep. Welcome. And happy birthday to your husband.
Oh, thank you.
The things you see on social media. So, all right. So let's see. I can see Anne. All right. That's good. Let's take the arms up into the air. Interlace fingers. Press palms up and look up. Good. And then take the arms out to the sides. Hands come down. Interlace fingers, squeeze shoulder blades together and look up and then look down. Look past one shoulder and look past the other shoulder. Take your hands right onto your shoulders and then your elbows. Good, me too. You can't really move with layers, right? Kind of feel like that. Elbows up, out to the sides and down, and then elbows together. Elbows up, elbows out to the sides and down, and then let's reverse, touch and come down. Really move through the shoulders. Elbows down, up, and elbows touch. And then another one for the shoulders. You take your arms out to the sides and right arm over the other, wrap. And then take your elbows up and come down. Maybe your arms touch down. Inhale, reach up, look upward, elbows reach up, and then circle once in each direction. Exhale down. Inhale as you sweep the arms up. And reverse. Down. And inhale, reaching up. And then extending and reach. And then left arm over the other and wrap. And circle. And let's circle the opposite direction. Good. And then release and come out. So while I'm thinking of it, while I have your attention, let's come to a side bend movement. I am here next week. Originally, originally my flight keeps getting changed to Costa Rica. I leave now on February 5th, so I will be here next week. And then while I'm gone 2 weeks, Annette's covering for me, Annette Romano. Then there's a new rule that when any of the employees travel, we have to test negative before showing up again. That makes sense. I was thinking about doing that I was going to do that anyway. So that means that I have to take an extra week off on the return. So Annette will cover 3 weeks. She'll be here the 2 weeks I'm gone and then the week I'm back, but in quarantine. Unless I could teach online.
Yeah, can you online? But also you can't PCR test and then come in.
I fly in on a Monday.
So if you, I see.
I fly in on a Monday, on Monday the 21st, and I think I have to wait. I don't know how long I have to wait, maybe a day or so.
Fixed day?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to wait a few days after you flew to make sure.
Yeah, I have to wait a few days after flying. And I don't even, it's really, I mean, what a hassle that I can go somewhere and then I'll hold, but I understand it. I'm willing to play the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, and coming forward, stretching your inner thighs.
Well, but they can set up and do online. There must be somebody to do online from home, because that's what, wasn't it?
That's what we did for months, but I think they want somebody here. They want the club. They want the gym going. They want people coming here. So, yeah.
Well, you're in here.
So we'll just it's fine. Take your legs wide and more circles. Shifting. And shifting. And then you're going to reverse and shift. Good. And shift. Good. And then we bring the legs together and shake it out. So the other thing I want to mention is that, so I have a newsletter, which I'm doing at least once a month. The next one will be coming out soon. And there's a little tab on there that says SAC yoga, I think SAC members or something like that. So you can always click on that and you see the schedule and everything. So what we're going to do, let's come up. We are doing the Tibetan Rights today. I haven't done them in a really long time. And they are for longevity. Have you done them, Ann? Have you ever done them? Okay, they're a blast. Just kidding. They're really nice, though. I like them. All right, so I basically normally these are from Tibet. They're ancient. It's a practice for longevity. It's 5 different sets of movements. Supposed to be 21 of each. We're not doing 21 of each. You have to work your way up to it, but let's do 8 of each, okay? So the first one is spinning, but not everybody spins because of vertigo. So what you're gonna do is shift side to side. And you might need to shift your mat so you can see me. I'm not sure. Maybe you're fine. Sorry. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, no, you don't have to. Meredith just moved. Okay, Meredith just moved. All right, so here we go. We see each other. And you're moving back and forth. Now you can toss your head back. You can deepen the twist as long as you know you don't have that vertigo that is awful, right? If you haven't. And release. So that would be either you would do that, one of those versions, or you're going to start with me. We're going to spin. So I'm going to my right. Everyone in the class, you're going to your right. So you take your arms out. You imagine you're standing in a circle and you spin, did we say 8 times? So notice this drishti point. Keep looking and find your drishti point. So my drishti point is going to be like right there. Okay. So spin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had to move a little bit. And 8. And when you end, bring your palms together. Bring your hands right in front of your face at eye level. Stare at your hands until the dizziness subsides. The more you do that, Julie's like, woo, just got off the boat. And right, it's like the boat's still moving. And as you're here, the more you do this, more often you do this, the less dizzy. And this is for equilibrium in general, for balance. And then release. So imagine doing that 21 times really fast. So we did that fairly slowly. 8. All right, the next one is the second right, R-I-T-E, the second right, and it has you on the floor. And it's abdominals. So I'm going to show a way to break it down, and then we'll do the regular way if you can. So you start out in a mini Shavasana. Palms are facing up. Life is good. Breathe in. Exhale. The modification goes like this. The feet are together. You bend your knees. You draw them in. You extend your legs. You lift your head, and your palms are facing down. So when you lift your head, you'll probably be able to see me. Yep. If that's too much for you, you would hold your head. And then you come down. We're going to do that again with the breathing. A little odd. You're going to inhale the legs up. They come out bent, and then they extend. You exhale the legs down. If you want to go to the full-on one where it's legs straight, and you inhale when your legs come up, and you exhale legs down. So see what you can do. 8 of them. Let's begin. Inhale. Exhale. On the exhalation, rest your head, rest your legs, rest your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Get your shoulder blades up off the mat. Exhale. You're halfway there. Number 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And the last one. Inhale. Exhale. When you're done, mini Shavasana. I told you life is good. So the palms are facing up. You're relaxing your entire body. Eyes are closed. The leg lifts, the second right you just did, we did 8 of them, normally be 21. These are normally done every day, first thing in the morning for longevity. These are great for longevity because they strengthen your core, the front of your body. And they have found, researchers find that in folks who are very hardy and living well and in their 90s, often have a strong sense of core. Okay. You're going to come up and we're coming to kneeling. And when we come to kneeling, we'll have our blanket. So it is camel, but it's nice because it's a kind of a more approachable way of doing camel. Your hands are on your back and you arch. This is all about flexibility of spine. So your hands are on your back, you arch back. Some of you can arch back quite a ways. Some are like, oh, that's plenty right there. And then you reach for your heels, lower your head. If your head doesn't touch, then you maybe have a block handy so your head can reach for the block. Inhale, number 2. You could keep doing this way. Some of you might really want to reach for your heels, or you can keep with your hands on your low back. I'm going to do that. And exhale down. Get into the breathing rhythm. Number 3, come up. You inhale, you hold the breath in a little bit as you deepen your camel pose, and then you exhale to child's pose. Inhale, arching, reaching up and back. Exhale, down, you're halfway there. Inhale, reaching, lengthen. Exhale, coming down. Coming up. If you need to slow it down, you can slow it down. Exhale. The last 2. Reaching. Lengthen. Arch back. Exhale. Come forward. The very last one. This time I'm going to reach for my heels. Reaching back. Take a few extra rounds of breath as you hold. Exhale, come down. Reach for your heels. Get more comfortable in child's pose. We'll pause here for a little longer. Your knees could go wider. And breathe. So spinal flexibility, you know that the adage, you are as young as your spine. I used to do yoga with VHS when I first started doing yoga. I had this really cool VHS, a video. And it was this guy, he was in his 90s, he was teaching yoga and he was all about, he was flexibles and it's all get out, yeah. And he would say, he was really funny, he since has passed, it was many years ago, I used to watch this. And he would say, you don't get old and stiff, you get stiff and then you get old. So I love that. And I used to laugh because I watched the same VHS and you hear that every day and I would laugh every time. It was just great. So, all right, we are ready to do the third of these, the fourth of these. We did the spin, the abdominal work, the camel, and now this next one is tabletop, but I want to show being on your back because not everyone can do tabletop, okay? So you do bridge instead. Let's come into bridge. Let's all experience bridge as like a warm-up. So you come up and you would clasp your hands under your back, tuck shoulders underneath you. Oh, wonderful, dependable bridge. And maybe you feel like You can really press, and you can see this, the previous, remember the leg lifts were the front of the body. This one is going to strengthen the back of your body, your glutes, your legs, your back, and this is going to help with posture, therefore helping you with breathing and helping you with your heart and your brain, because they all work together. Okay, come on out. Pull knees into chest, come to happy baby. Separate your knees, go wide, and feel your flexibility. Even if you feel like you're a little restrained here, focus on what you can do. This is what I can do. Yeah, that's right. And if you could do something, yeah, it's like celebrate that. Come on up. And some of you might say, oh no, I'm going to stay. I'm not doing tabletop. I'm going to stay right on my back. That's fine. But if your shoulders and your wrists are fine, then you'll do the other. So wherever your knees are, you're going to draw your heels in. Inhale when you come up. Exhale when you come down. Straighten your legs. Bring the feet together and hands are on your knees. Separate the feet. They come hip distance apart. Inhale, press up. Number 2. And lower. Legs are together. This is the wrist release when the hands rest. Shoulders rest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Is that number 4? You want to say it with me? Halfway there. Okay. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. And number 8. And release. Bring your hands onto your knees. Take a breath in. Exhale. Well, you know me, I like twists, so we're going to add, then we had a request for twists. So you're just going to add a little twist here. Turn, left, right, doesn't matter. And then twist the other way. Bring your hand across your knee and twist, look back. And the last of the rights, the 5th one, is downward facing dog, upward facing dog. So here's what I would say. Again, if your shoulders are troublesome and you're like, whoa, I'm gonna do 8 of these, you can always do cat-cow. Let's just start out with cat-cow so you can feel the flexibility of your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale, arch. Exhale, tucking in. And then you're going to measure it out in plank. Measure out your hand and foot distance in plank, and then come back to downward facing dog. I adjusted just a little bit because I feel like if it's too far, I don't have any push power. So that's downward facing dog, and then you come to upward facing dog. I know some of you will pause at your plank and some will arch looking up. And then use your core. Exhale, press back. Inhale, come forward. If you want to make it easier, the knees can come down. That's fine. Exhale, back. Feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, come forward. I don't want you to feel like you're scrambling. I want you to feel like you can really stretch deeply. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. That's the halfway point. Hallelujah. Oh, exhale, back. If you get really tired, cat-cow is there waiting for you. Coming forward. Inhale. Number 5. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Number 6. Imagine doing 21 of these every morning. Go back. Number 7. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 8. You got it. Inhale. Knees can come down. Look up. And then come back to child's pose. Reach your hands back by your heels. Rest your weary wrists and breathe. It's a little, it gets your heart rate up. And it is about upper body strength. So it's that, you know, being able to push yourself upward from a seated position. That's a lot of going on. It's also an inversion, downward facing dog. These are good for the brain, okay? Now the counter, this is the best. It started with Shavasana and it's gonna end with Shavasana. You're gonna not, I don't want you to think you're gonna stay here very long, but just lie on your backs and take a moment. So it's beautiful. It's got all these built-in resting phases too. Now we're just gonna like really settle your back, check in, and take a moment to breathe. Exhale. And as you're lying here, I also want to say many of you have noticed that the like the last posting of our classes online have been on YouTube, on SAC's YouTube, with like December, I don't know, 21st or something, or 16th, I don't know, it's been a while. So I'll find out what's going on. Hopefully we can get these posted so you also can, you could go back and go, hey, I want to do Tibetan Rights again. You can watch that portion. Let's come out. You're going to pull knees into chest, stretching your back. And come on up. And we're ready to come to standing again. Yes. Okay. So we have our salutations to the moon. What I'm going to suggest the people in studio to turn your mats like mine. It'll you know, like long ways. So it'll just be easier to follow. So does everyone feel, do you feel a little more sprightly? I hope so. Okay.
You definitely want to work up to the 21.
You definitely want to work up to the 21, Willow said. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear her. Definitely. It's, and you know what? I've watched the video of the 21. It's done really fast, but even so, 20 minutes. I mean, it's like 20 minutes of your day, you know? Yeah, it's one of those things my teacher used to say, you should do these every day. I'm like, okay, you know, everything you do. You should do one back bend every day. You should do 20 minutes of meditation every day. And at the end of the day, when you tally it up, it's like 56 hours of every day, you know? And you're like, that's not very realistic. And he goes, oh, you must pick and choose. So, okay. Anyway, yes, so here we go. We're going to start out, yeah, we'll just see. So you know, I'm kind of married. So you're going to turn one foot out and we're going to do our warrior two. So hands are at your sides. Imagine you're pushing out a wall, extending that wall, pushing it away from you. Nothing's going to stop you here. And then you look past your leading hand and breathe. These are salutations to the moon. Breathe. You know, oh, I'm thinking of something. There's an expression, love you to the moon and back. Maybe this is what this means. Doing salutations to the moon. I don't know. You're kind of going somewhere. It is a journey. Come over. I'm thinking 2 rounds of breath per movement, something like that. So you could have elbow to knee, much easier, or hand to ankle, a little deeper. Extend your arm. Notice if your arm is forward, bring your arm back. That's it, Julie, and breathe. Yeah. Some of you can go deeper. Maybe you're like, stand right here. Or maybe you can wrap your hands. You could, maybe your back hand has a strap or your hands connect and you roll your top shoulder back. Very cool. Release, come out, straighten your leg, move back. You're going to be coming into a fairly wide triangle. So what I say is, if you feel like you're slipping, Bring your feet a little closer in. I always kind of feel like I can't really ground, so I just bring my feet a little closer in. It works better for me. Take your hands on your pelvis and shift your pelvis. So, because some people move from their torso, so move from your hip joints. Good. And then extend and breathe. And I think that, I don't know if you realize how much balance is involved in triangle. A lot. If your balance is fairly good, you're like, what? What's she talking about? But yeah, definitely you have to be balanced. Come on up. And you have half moon. If you want to go towards a wall, that's fine. Use a block if you want. Block. And bring your hand onto the block if you're using it. Make sure you really want block, wrist, shoulder in alignment if you're using your block. Or hand is down and top arm coming up. The leg in the air, ankle is flexed. Yeah, 2 rounds of breath from here. Good. Now bring your top hand down and then come to a low lunge. So you're facing one end of the mat and you're in a low lunge. And notice I'm not really saying left, right. You're on one side where we're fine. So your back heel will come down. And then you're going to reach up into warrior 1. Reach into warrior 1, extend, look upward. And breathe. Lower. Bring your back knee down. So this is where you might want that extra padding. Back knee is down. And you're stretching your hip flexor. Good. And then we have Crescent Moon. So you're going to reach up, extend, look up, look back. Palms are definitely together on this, hands pressing towards each other. It's an open twist, so everyone in class will be facing each other. Open twist, so you're moving away from your bent knee, and yeah, and then Julie, you want to bring your other knee forward, like switch up your legs. So not mirroring it. Yeah, there you go. And there you go, and reach up. Yeah, there you go. And reach. And then we do a twist towards your bent knee. So elbow to knee, prayer balance. Take your elbow to knee. You can keep your back knee down, or maybe curl back toes under and lift your back leg. And breathe. Lower the back knee. And from here, we're going to come back to sitting. So here's what I'm going to suggest. I don't know how those work for you. You might need your block. You're coming back and you're going to bring the block under the buttock of the straight leg, if that works for you. So most in the in-studio have the block under your right buttock. And then from here, like if that bothers your knee, you might need 2 blocks. And then you're going to reach back. So this is going to be a quad stretch. And you might say, woo, not going there. Or maybe you're there. We have all levels here. Maybe you're like, I don't need a block, Fran. I'm going to take the block down. Yeah. And then maybe you can come back onto your elbows. Yeah, don't do that. Don't, if your body says no, don't do it. But if you're like, you got the green light, maybe you can come onto your back and it's a deep quad stretch to one side. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, press yourself up. You're going to free your leg. The knee that was bent back is now going to reach out. So in other words, those in the in studio, it's your left leg. So, okay. So you're bending. Now you're going to reach up and reach for your straight leg. You might need a strap on this. Maybe you can reach for your ankle or your foot without a strap. Lower your head, stretching your back. From time to time, stretch, lengthen your spine, look ahead of you, and then exhale and lower. Reach the arms up, extend. Good. And there's a twist towards your bent knee. So you're all turning towards your bent knee. Good, good. And look back. Told you it's long-winded. We can't forget anything on the second side. I'm relying on you to remind me if I leave something out. So I'm teasing. Hopefully I'll remember. And then from here, you're going to bring your hands down and come onto your knee, and you're in side plank. Yeah, excellent. That might be it for you. Maybe you float one leg up. Maybe you take the top arm up over ear. Some of you will stay there. Some of you will say, oh, I'm going to come into a full plank. Or feet stacked. Got to challenge everyone. Got to keep everyone on their toes. Breathe in. Wow, Julie. Okay, lower, come out. Face the original direction. You're sitting cross-legged. Breathe in. Exhale, come forward and stretch forward. Stretch your back. Lower your head. Hold your legs and come to this balance pose. Reverse your leg crossing and come forward and stretch forward. And breathe. Okay, once again, come up and grab hold of your feet and balance. Good. And then from here, we're coming to downward facing dog. So maybe you have a better way. I push myself forward, uncross the legs, and stretch them out. Good. And breathe. Let's step to the front of the mat, stepping forward. Take your feet a little wide. You can stay in your forward fold or come to a squat. And it could be a partial squat, and you stretch your back. Good. And then Julie, just look forward. There you go, because you can't. Yeah, there you go. And come on out. And then come up and 2 rounds of breath in mountain. Hands are to heart center. Breathing in. Exhale. Once again, breath in and exhale. All right, so we're going to go wide again. We're facing the screen probably, or that goes online. And you're extending. We have a second side. Oh, by the way, if you use your blocks in your strap, carry them over to the second side if you're arranging yourselves so that you're still facing screen. Okay. And let's go ahead and move the right foot. Oh, sorry, I can't say that. The leading foot turns. You bend your leading knee, extending, and then looking past your leading hand and breathe. At least 2 rounds of breath per movement. Come on over, and it's fine to have elbow to knee if that's where you want to be modified, or hand to ankle and side stretch, energizing. Some of you can wrap your arms, so see what is possible. You're gonna wrap, reach your arm, and once you wrap, then you roll your top shoulder back. Wow. 100% wrapping right here before my very eyes. Okay, come on up and reach. Take your forward arm back. Give yourself this nice side bend, like you're unraveling after the wrapping, after the knot. And then this is where we're going in a triangle. If you feel like you're a little too wide, not so stable, bring your feet a little closer in. And hands on your pelvis. Notice how your pelvis shifts in this. That's a good thing. And extend. So the inside thigh of your leading leg stretching. Triangle. It's kind of it's an interesting sequence because it has so many twists and turns and surprises, and you can keep adding lots of embellishments. So look up again. All right, you have a half moon. So using your block, you need to use a wall if you need to. Come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Oh, did we grab hold before?
No.
No, okay, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, we'll laugh on that one. Okay, and then release. Bring your hand down and take your back foot down. You're gonna walk your forward leg slightly to the side. So you're gonna low lunge for a moment. Stretch your back hip flexor. And then we'll have warrior one. So your back heel comes down and press. Reach up. You can have your arms parallel to each other, look upward, and breathe. At least 2 rounds of breath. Feel your strength. That's definitely a power pose. There's a lot of yin poses in this, but then there's that power pose we just did. All right, hands down. You're going to take your back knee down. And as you're here, we have Crescent Moon. The palms now are touching. You can have hands flat against each other, or you can hook one thumb in front of the other, if that helps you to keep the palms together. Yes, actively pushing your hands together. So 3 ways. If your palms are just flat, they're actively pressing together. You have to source that strength from your core. If you have the one thumb over the other, you don't have to push them together. If you interlace fingers and have the, someone called the Charlie's Angel Mudra, the thumb, index finger, I call it the Mudra direction, okay? You'll never forget that, I know. Then that keeps your hands together without your effort. And breathe. Okay, you're gonna twist, but towards the open side. So you'll be in studio facing me. Good. And you're reaching, reaching. Good. Nice. So, and reach your top arm up and back. It's actually quite the pose. Quite doable. Your hand could be on your back. Okay. And then we're going to twist. So if you want to twist upright, that's fine. Or you have elbow, opposite elbow hooks across the bent knee. And maybe your palms are together. And some of you extending your back leg. What? No, it's correct.
I was going the wrong way.
Oh, okay. And breathe. Prayer balance pose. One more breath. Lower. And, oh, we need a block if you're going to try to sit back on your, in Virasana, Ardha Virasana. So you know your knee, you know what you can handle, be careful. And the block is under the buttock of the straight leg. Some need 2 blocks. Some are like, oh, I'm not doing that. That's good, Ann. If this doesn't work for you, change the position of your knee. Not everybody likes that internal rotation. And maybe you can go back, sitting on the block or not sitting on the block. That's more intense, right? So you're going back. It's Ardha, Supta, Virasana. Virasana, Vira is the hero pose. Supta is reclining. And Ardha is half. It's a half reclining hero pose. What a name. Ardha, Supta, Virasana. Extend maybe what your arms, hands to elbows, hands on your belly, or arms, interlace fingers, whatever works for you. Now we come up, bring your hands to the mat, push yourself up. You could lean more towards the straight legs so that you could straighten both legs too. That gives you a little reprieve for your knee. And then you externally rotate. That one is easier, right? Like you're in studio, it's the knee closest to me. You got it. And then we'll twist. So reach, oh no, we'll reach for our leg first. Reach up, reach for your foot. Use a strap if you need to. Extend. And then exhale, lower your head to your knee. Come on up, extend the arms, and twist towards your bent knee. Nice twist here, turning, there you go. Woo. It's like, of all the movements, it's my favorite one of the bunch. And then, of course, you can stay there, or you start to come to this half side plank, modified side plank, and you're reaching, yep. And that might be it, or maybe you could also extend. Maybe you could take your arm up over ear. Oh yes, some can go into the full-on pose, so your lower knee straightens behind, and some will come into stacking the feet into your plank. And woo! Release, come on out. And now we face that, what is the new front of the mat, and you're gonna sit in, you're just sitting for a moment cross-legged, and then come forward, lower your head and breathe. Let's take a few extra rounds of breath here. And then let's go ahead and reverse your leg crossing. If you want to do that little balance that we did earlier where you were crossed and then you hold and you balance, that's kind of nice to do. And then look past one shoulder. Yeah, that's also fun. And then look the other way. And you've reversed your legs and you definitely reverse your crossing and come forward again. And then just pause there because you deserve to have a little pause. And then we'll go ahead and once again, try your balance. Try your hand at balancing from here. You hold your feet. It's actually very doable balance, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if you heard Julie. I'm not going to repeat what she said.
I prefer not.
Why this pose could possibly be so easy. Okay, and then release is so funny. And from here, let's come forward to downward facing dog. We're going to complete that cycle. Why not? And press on back. You've done, I don't know how many of these you've done today. We know definitely did 8 earlier. 9, 10, I think. Let's walk to the front of the mat and pause in your forward fold and breathe. Make sure you can just shake out your head, breathing in. Exhale. We're going to take the feet wide, come to a squat. Maybe you have to modify your squat. Maybe you can come down quite a ways. Hands are to your heart. Your spine is long. Good. Look forward if you can. Unless you're in modified, then you're looking down. Okay, and use your hands to help press you up. Once you're in mountain, hands are to your heart center. Close the eyes. Feel your strength, your flexibility, your full height. Take 2 rounds of breath here. Nice. Well, before we began, we actually had a request for twists. So that's kind of how we'll end the session. Okay. So let's come down and we're going to come to lying on our backs. And you'll start out by hugging right knee to chest. I'll get the lights in a moment. Once you're hugging knee to chest, you're going to place your right foot on left knee and come to your first twist. So your knee coming across, your head, your right knee coming to the left, your head turning to the right. And you have this nice twist. And after all the movement of the salutations to the moon, I think this should feel pretty magical. You know, like your body is ready for such a twist. Breathe into it. Let's go ahead and reverse directions. We're going to reverse. So we started out by hugging left knee to chest and just connecting your back to the earth. And when you feel ready, you'll take your knee, your left knee over to the right. You'll do your second side. When you're there, don't forget to extend your arm and really stretch. Then we're going to go ahead and come on out. And why not? We'll do one more twist. So when this one, you bend your knees. Let's see what you got. Oh, yeah. Okay, you bend your knees, you pull both knees in, and you're taking both knees over to the left. I think that's how we begin. Both knees over to the left. You turn your head right, you extend your right arm. And then we'll reverse. Go ahead and reverse at this point. You're going to take your knees across the other way. It's about a minute hold or so. So same thing you did on the first side. So from here, we're going to go ahead and come out and come to Shavasana, taking the last 5 minutes of your session to relax your body. Oh, I'm going by the clock in here. That's okay. We're going to be here. We're going to give you your 5 minutes. And just simply relax, relax, simply. Hopefully we remember the words of that yoga teacher who used to say, who said about, you know, we get stiff and then we get old. And it's a way of looking at it. And if we can keep our flexibility, I I believe what I have experienced in the teachings of yoga say that whatever is happening in the physical realm happened in the mental realm and the spiritual realm. So you remain flexible of body, but also of mind. Your mind remains flexible, like you can draw in, soak in information, process that malleability or that flexibility of mind and flexibility of spirit. So these are wonderful aspects. We remember the words of Thich Nhat Hanh. To be beautiful means to be yourself. Allow yourself to be beautiful. Be yourself. We're going to just ever so slowly start to deepen the breath. Begin to resurface. And start to make your way to sitting. Good, and you're welcome to turn your audio on. Yes, that's fine.